Hi, I'm Glenn Doran. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cyntient. In short, we create the brains for computer games. We put the think inside the box. To understand what we're doing, it helps to take a quick look at how games and the tech behind them have evolved over the years. I've been in the gaming industry for close to 20 years. 30, if you count my 10 years as a full-time gamer growing up in Chicago. In those 30 years, we've witnessed some amazing changes in the computer gaming tech. This was state-of-the-art in 1983. No joke, it was number one for years on the Apple II, and it was basically my full-time job that summer. Wizardry had sales of just over $1 million that year. Fast forward 30 years. The recent Call of Duty, released a little over a year ago. In just 24 hours, it had sales over $1 billion. Now, clearly things have changed for the better, both technically and financially. And Call of Duty is a huge leading franchise. Yet it still shares core components found in most games. What you see and hear is just part of the story. Today's blockbuster games, as well as many smaller budgeted titles, typically use realistic physics to create a more compelling game world for the player. These three components, graphics, audio, and physics, go a long way to make it an immersive environment. But without other characters or the challenge of other players, it can get boring pretty fast. Now, to add the element of competition, or sometimes cooperation, games often let people play against or with each other over the internet. But what about the other characters, animals, or creatures that populate a game world? Artificial intelligence, or AI, drives those secondary characters that we call non-player characters, or NPCs. AI brings them to life. NPCs can make or break a game. And great AI can often turn an average game into an amazing gaming experience in which the characters seem to come alive. And conversely, bad AI can completely spoil the game. It breaks the illusion of being in another world, and NPCs driven by poor AI simply make the game look dumb. And just like the cringeworthy dumb characters in a movie, dumb AI can frustrate the player and ruin the experience. When we see characters looking and sounding like real people, and their movements happening with the weight of gravity and lifelike physics, we expect believable characters that behave and act like real people. Yet most games leave the player disappointed. The challenge for the game developer is, AI is really hard. Faster processors and graphics cards are great for moving more pixels, but they don't help much when it comes to improved AI. There simply aren't any good comprehensive tools for creating realistic characters. So developers are forced to make their own, and the truth is, it's very difficult. And on top of that, it's hard to find experienced programmers who know how to do it, and if you find them, good luck affording them. The good news? This creates a huge opportunity. As of mid-2014, mobile gaming alone is a $16 billion industry. By 2016, it's expected to reach $29 billion. Facebook and online gaming also continue to grow, and as our world shifts to a more connected ecosystem with smart and wearable devices, the lines between these different markets continue to blur. Ironically, while the gaming market continues to grow, development studios continue to feel the pressure of budget constraints and shorter production times. And the number of new development teams with inexperienced staff is increasing dramatically, as modern programming tools and platforms have made it easier for these small teams to produce games more efficiently. Yet, all these developers still need to understand how to make a game. And while great tools exist for creating impressive graphics, audio, and physics, there's still one core piece that most developers have no clue how to make. AI is that last differentiator. That's where we come in. We're building a complete solution. It not only assists game AI programmers, for many studios it ultimately replaces them. Game designers can define game characters in an easy high-level manner, By defining personality traits such as courage, friendliness, and aggressiveness, and defining skills and character quirks relevant to the game's genre, the game designer can create intelligent, lifelike characters without having to be an AI expert. Characters interact with the game world, each other, and the players like real people. And when players are expecting a challenging opponent, Cyntient delivers. Characters will think and act strategically using the advanced, real-time combat AI built into our platform. And if you haven't guessed by now, we've come up with a name for these smart sentient characters. We call them Cyntient. So who are we and why us? We live for problems like this. I've spent my career focused on this particular problem at both indie game studios and at Microsoft Game Studios. Cyntient is simply the natural extension of my AI work. I spent 3 years managing several externally produced Xbox launch titles, so I know what game studios need in their tools. Having been a lead developer for the first versions of both Xbox Live and Z2 Live, I know what's involved with building a serious services platform. My partners have similar stories, coming from companies such as Boeing and Chevron Research, tackling serious problems in AI and parallel computing. Plus, it helps to have Ed Fries, the co-founder of Microsoft Game Studios and Xbox, on our advisory board. Ed's experience and industry connections continue to prove invaluable. And where are we now? We presented a prototype to 9 Seattle-based game studios. All studios were excited and interested in what they saw. From that group, we chose an ideal first partner, 17-bit. 17-bit's a small indie game studio founded by game industry vets. Their first game, Skulls of the Shogun, was a Microsoft Windows 8 launch title. It was greeted with rave reviews and great press. Since then, they've been focused on their next game, Galaxy, a real-time space adventure game whose AI is completely driven by the Cyntient platform. In June 2013, Galaxy was presented as one of 8 top indie titles at Sony's E3 PlayStation 4 launch press conference. The game has been receiving great press coverage, and Cyntient AI is consistently recognized as a key standout feature. Eurogamer magazine has labeled Galaxy the Sony PlayStation 4's secret weapon. The game goes on sale in early 2015. In addition to Galaxy, 17-bit has a second Cyntient-powered game already in pre-production. When Galaxy releases, Cyntient will receive a share of revenue for every unit sold. Much like Apple's platform fee, the Cyntient platform fee enables developers to use our technology with minimal risk. The smaller to medium-sized game studios love this model. They're used to it thanks to Apple, and it eliminates any upfront costs. When the developer succeeds, Cyntient succeeds. As we build out our cloud-based AI features, there will be additional revenue opportunity by offering AI as a service. And as our technology continues to mature, even the top-tier game studios will be forced to consider the cost benefits of using Cyntient AI. Upfront licensing fees will be offered to these larger studios, willing and able to pay. This pricing model leads to substantial revenue. With our version 1 SDK releasing publicly in unison with the launch of our first partner's game, Galaxy, 2015 promises to be a strong year of growth for us. Upon release, our SDK will seamlessly work with the Unity game development platform used by more than 3 million registered game developers. Soon after, we expect to support native C and C++ platforms. By 2016, we expect to be cash flow positive based upon our projected SDK license numbers. Our toolset is ultimately an easy-to-use solution that enables a developer to reduce their AI development time from years down to a matter of weeks without needing our direct support. This beta phase allows us to work with select partners and refine our tech for public release. Up until now, we've been a lean team. This funding will enable us to staff up and launch the version 1 public release of the Cyntient SDK. Competition? There's some. However, they've primarily focused on the navigation problem, movement through an environment point A to point B. This chart gives a brief overview of how the Cyntient platform differentiates itself. We've taken a unique approach. While we also support agents that move, our agents think and feel. Sentients learn about their environment and the objects in it. And because our agents have personality, they can not only plan and act, but their goals are dictated by their needs as well as their personality. Sentients can even be emotional. They can love, hate, be courageous, or be afraid. And when they find themselves in combat, our characters do that intelligently and realistically, using the same type of command and control and tactics used by modern military. Sentient characters simulate how a truly dynamic, intelligent person would think and act. We know our competition, and we know they won't stand still. Yet AI is not an easy problem to solve. It's expensive in both talent and time. Our experience is deep, and having been in the industry for 20 years doing blockbuster AAA titles, I personally have a list of industry talent waiting to join our team once we have the funding. Having been together since 2010, we've already put in considerable development time and have built a substantial code base. Our tech simply is not easily reproduced. It's complex, and there really is a bit of code magic in our AI. To protect that magic, we've been working with Seattle-based firm Perkins Coie on our patent strategy. This company truly embodies what's been a passion of mine since I was 13 years old, programming my first game on an Apple IIe. We're entering a new age of game characters that are dynamic and lifelike. Cyntient puts advanced AI into the hands of creative teams who otherwise could never afford it. This is game-changing technology. The little guys can finally compete with the big studios, and gaming is only the beginning. Our technology has applications well beyond entertainment. Serious simulations, game-based training, and military applications are another big opportunity to pursue, and we've already begun building relationships in these markets. And as our world becomes more and more connected via mobile devices, smart appliances, and the cloud, the need for infusing virtual characters and personalities into our everyday tools becomes inevitable. Cyntient will drive the intelligence and personality behind this connected future. This $500,000 convertible note will enable the public release of our version 1 SDK, additional staffing for version 2 features, and it will get us well into revenue as we take on more customers. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and be sure to check our website for the latest Cyntient news.